So we're looking at tonight and into tomorrow morning for this whole event to come to a peak with even stronger wind gusts than what we've seen so far. And yes, our coverage has been focused a lot on the Pacific Palisades area, but also, the entire Southern California area is basically looking at these very strong winds. High wind warning is in effect until 6 p.m. tomorrow. So that gives you some idea of the extent to which we're going to be facing some of these strongest winds. I do have a graphic here that will walk you through the forecast wind gusts as we go hour by hour. So let's look at that now as we start at 3 o'clock this afternoon. And again, keep in mind this is a forecast. It might not play out exactly like this, but it's going to give us a good idea of what's going on. And first of all, you'll notice the winds moving from the northeast. I've got the Pacific Palisades plotted right here. So the winds are pushing the smoke towards the coast. We've seen the gusts in this area, and you can tell from the video it's strong, but the weather stations around there measuring about 20 to 40 mile per hour gusts. You get into the mountains a little west of the Palisades, and gusts have been even higher today. But let's go through this now a little bit later. So we expect a slight downturn later on this evening. This is a look at 6 p.m. today. But don't let your guard down at this point. This is just going to be a little kind of a whoosh of maybe an onshore wind briefly, and then it switches right back around to some stronger offshore winds as we go later into tonight. So here's a look at 8 p.m. Again, there's the Palisades, gusts in the 50s according to this model. At midnight, it's suggesting gusts near 60. We go later into the night and early in the morning, it says gusts could be reaching 70 plus miles per hour in or around the Palisades. So this is, again, kind of the peak late tonight, early tomorrow morning. As we continue through the day tomorrow, here's 10 a.m. still very windy, but you start seeing the numbers go down a little bit. And then as we go through the day, Wednesday, I'll pause it at 6 p.m., which this is the point at which the high wind warnings expire. Yes, it's still going to be breezy. Yes, we still see offshore Santa Ana winds, but the worst of this, in terms of the weather, will be done by the end of the day tomorrow. Now, another issue is we know the air is dry with the Santa Ana winds going on right now, but tomorrow's humidity will be even lower than the already dry air we see today. I was just checking a weather station near the Palisades measuring relative humidity right now between about 20 and 30%. And a lot of the areas around 10 to 20% today. Watch as we go into tomorrow, and you're going to see these numbers drop off midday tomorrow. We'll bring it to noon on Wednesday. A lot of 10% or less relative humidity. So even drier tomorrow, even stronger winds tonight into tomorrow morning. It's already a serious situation. And if, another fire starts, it could be even more serious. This particular fire that we're following, it may be just really, really difficult for firefighters to handle. We know it's going to be difficult with just how strong the winds are and how dry the air is. One more thing I want to share with you now, and kind of fitting with the video we're showing right here, is the air quality. And unfortunately, there's not a air quality sensor right in the path of where we're seeing some of the smoke from this Palisades fire. So notice there's some green and yellow dots, which indicates good to moderate air quality around the LA areas east as well. So again, I can't really pin down exactly what the air quality is like right near the fire, but we know it's not good. And again, that smoke is blowing towards the ocean from the Palisades. So kind of missing places like Santa Monica, Brentwood. Maybe you're smelling the smoke a little bit, but it's not like the smoke is going right over you. And winds should pretty much continue in a similar direction, mostly out of the northeast throughout a lot of this event. So that's kind of the latest we have right now. Marla, again, we knew this was coming. We were hoping there wasn't going to be a fire, but it seems obviously one has panned out, and we know just these weather conditions are about as extreme as it gets, both in terms of the strength of the wind and how dry the air is as well. Marla, back to you.